Tony and Mykelti took to their Patreon on Tuesday night to react to episode 6 of season 18. As usual, they answered a lot of questions from their chat. They often shed light on what has taken place on the show, and they also give their opinions on family dynamics. There were a couple moments from their live watch along that I wanted to talk about in today's video. Let's discuss. Hey everyone, what's up? It's Sarah and welcome back to my channel. I am super excited. Tonight we are having our first members live stream. During our live stream, I will be talking about this interview that Kody Brown's nephew Ben gave to the YouTube channel Cults to Consciousness. The reason why I want to discuss this interview is Ben discusses his upbringing, which was on the family ranch in Wyoming, and his family's journey to the AUB. It was quite the eye-opening interview, and we have a lot to discuss tonight. All right, so back to today's video topic. Mykelti and Tony went live for about 2 hours on Tuesday to chat with their patrons about episode 6. In my opinion, during their live watch-alongs, they are very forthcoming with their patrons, and they always answer a ton of questions with what their version of the truth is. Whether or not their answers are satisfactory for people, well, it's all subjective, isn't it? Towards the beginning of their live watch-along, a viewer asked, if Isabel and Meri have a good relationship, do you feel bad for blocking Meri from being invited to the second Christmas celebration at Robin's? Mykelti very quickly and emphatically said no. She does not feel bad for drawing that line in the sand about Meri. She says that she doesn't really think that Isabel and Meri are even that close. She goes on to say that her daughter was there for the second Christmas celebration, so it wasn't only about protecting herself, she also had to protect her daughter. This is just so interesting to me because there is clearly some serious bad blood between Mykelti and Meri. So much so that Mykelti uses terminology like she needs to protect herself and her child from Meri. That is really strong language. Meanwhile, on Gwen's Patreon, Gwen will say things like, Meri is slay. Christine wrote about how much Meri's treatment of her children bothered her in the family's 2012 national bestseller, Becoming Sister Wives. And we know that Janelle has had her own complicated history with Meri. I think what bothers a lot of viewers, at least it bothers me, is this confusing yet highly emotional language that the Brown family uses. Gwen spoke about Meri getting physical with Mykelti on at least one occasion. Peyton said that Robin coming into the family saved their lives or something to that effect. We constantly hear about people and situations as not being safe. And now we have Mykelti stating she feels the need to this day to protect herself from Meri for both her sake and for her child's sake. Based off of these statements, many viewers, myself included, fear that the family is covering up something much darker than Meri just being particular and hard to get along with. But nobody in this family ever speaks with any specificity. The closest we got was Gwen stating that Meri did get physical at some point with Mykelti. Many of us have deduced when the family members say that situations or people are not safe, this is a term that the Browns have adopted from therapy. But what does Mykelti mean by feeling the need to protect herself and her daughter? Just how toxic is Meri? The next question that I wanted to discuss with you guys was when someone brought up a topic of David adopting Truely. So a viewer asked if Truely was okay with Christine getting married, and both Tony and Mykelti lit up and emphatically answered yes. Then a viewer commented that David should adopt Truely. We've all made this quip online, right? That Kody is a deadbeat dad and Christine should really stick it to Kody, ice him out completely the way Robin did to her oldest kid's biological father. Just erase Kody from history. Maybe toss in a sketched, reimagined baby picture of Truely and a younger David and Christine together. Get real creepy with it, just like Robin did. But this is just viewers snarking. In a more typical co-parenting situation where the parents are no longer together, if someone suggested the idea of a new significant other adopting the child, the knee-jerk reaction would be, don't be ridiculous. Truely has a father. But that's not the answer that Tony and Mykelti give. And keep in mind, Mykelti is the most favored of the OG 13 kids right now, since she is the one going to bat the most in public for her dad and Robin. Mykelti said David would adopt Truely if Christine asked, but she doesn't think that there's a need for that. Tony said that maybe if there was a solid benefit to it, and Mykelti says that David would be willing, and then Tony rightfully points out that it would probably only cause drama. There are a lot of people that have complicated relationships with their parents or step-parents. Not completely dismissing the idea of your mom's new fiance adopting your little sister as ridiculous, I think speaks to just how differently the family unit is viewed in the Brown family. If I'm Mykelti and I have a good relationship with my dad, and a viewer suggests to me that my mom's new husband should adopt my little sister, I'd be like, fuck out of here with that nonsense. But Mykelti says, oh, David would be willing to, but what's the point? The family dynamics in this family have been mysterious for as long as the Brown family have appeared on television. And the more the children speak out on social media, as opposed to letting the show edit the narrative, we as viewers have more and more questions. We are left scratching our heads that Savannah could be completely left out of Christmas 2021, and that it seemingly didn't occur to any of the other siblings who attended second Christmas to ask why she wasn't there. There is also the case of Gwen seemingly being the complete lost child of this time period altogether. She self-stated she wasn't invited or contacted by either of her parents that Christmas. We hear vague whisperings about how Meri may have been verbally and even physically mistreating the other wives' kids. And for some reason, the idea of David adopting Truely isn't as wildly ridiculous a suggestion to Mykelti and Tony as you think it would be. Remember when Robin had Cody adopt Dayton, Aurora, and Brianna, and right after they left and had a visit with their biological father? I clearly don't understand the Browns' concept of parental rights. That's obvious. Anyways, you guys, let me know your thoughts down in the comments. And remember, tonight we have our members live stream at 7 p.m. Eastern. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to my channel. Check out my second channel, Sarah Spills. A link for that will be in the description of this video. Follow me on Instagram, Threads, and Twitter at realiteasquad, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Take care. Have a good one. Much love.